Did you know that a single penny you might already have in your pocket could be worth over $800,000? That's right. One particular 2016 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, has shocked collectors and experts alike with a jaw-dropping value of up to $867,000. This is not just a collector's fantasy. This is a real coin, with real value, that may be sitting quietly in a coin jar, purse, or kitchen drawer right now. In today's video, we're going to explore everything you need to know about this rare and extremely valuable penny. We'll talk about the history behind the 2016 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, what makes it special, how to tell if you have a real one, and exactly how much it's worth depending on its condition. If you're someone who grew up saving coins or just enjoys the thrill of a good treasure hunt, stay tuned. This could change your life. Let's begin with the history. The Lincoln penny has been part of American coinage since 1909, originally designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, its design has changed subtly, but Lincoln has remained the face of the penny for over a century. The 2016 Lincoln penny continued the design used since 2010, featuring the Union shield on the reverse side and Lincoln's profile on the obverse. These coins were struck in large quantities and are commonly found in circulation. But there's a twist. Some rare errors and unique variations made in 2016 have caused certain pennies, especially ones without a mint mark, to become incredibly valuable. So why was there no mint mark? Pennies minted in Philadelphia traditionally don't carry a mint mark. That by itself isn't unusual. What's unusual is that a specific error or variation in the 2016 no mint mark penny has made some of them worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's find out. Why.so. How do you know if you have the valuable 2016 Lincoln penny? First, take a close look at the date. It should clearly read 2016. Next, check for the absence of a mint mark, meaning there should be no small letter under the date on the front, obverse, of the coin. A D would mean Denver, and S would mean San Francisco. But if there's nothing there, your penny was minted in Philadelphia. But not every no mint mark 2016 penny is valuable. The rare and valuable ones typically have specific error types. One of the most sought-after errors is a double die obverse, where parts of the text or image appear doubled due to a mistake in the minting process. Look closely at the words Liberty or In God We Trust. If they appear to be doubled or slightly blurred, you might be holding something special. You may also want to look for die cracks, unusual marks, or coins that appear off-center. These flaws often increase the value dramatically. Let's go over the physical details of the 2016 Lincoln penny so you can better understand what you're looking for. A weight, 2.5 grams diameter, 19.05 millimeters composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper edge, smooth mint marks, either no mint mark D or S. Remember, the valuable version of this coin is the 2016 penny with no mint mark and some kind of notable error, usually a double die or die crack. Without an error, the coin is usually only worth face value. But with the right flaw, it can be worth a fortune. Now, you might be wondering, why would a simple penny be worth $867,000? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, error, and demand. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, place high value on coins that have minting mistakes because they are one of a kind or produced in very limited quantities. In the case of the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln penny, coins that exhibit strong doubling or die cracks are extremely scarce. Out of millions of pennies minted that year, only a tiny handful show these rare flaws. That scarcity drives up the price, especially among high-end collectors and auction houses. Let's talk about money. Just how much can one of these coins go for? Worn condition. If you have a 2016 no mint mark penny that has noticeable wear and tear but also has an error like doubling, it could still sell for several $100s. Circulated condition. A coin that has been used but kept in decent shape with visible errors may fetch between $1,000 and $5,000. Uncirculated condition. A crisp, clean penny with little to no wear can be worth $10,000 to $50,000, especially if professionally graded, certified gem. Condition with rare error. If the coin has been certified by PCGS or NGC as a high-grade example with a known error, that's where the price skyrockets. One such coin reportedly sold for $867,000 at auction, making it one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. Here are a few real-world examples of what these coins have sold for. A 2016 no mint mark penny with a double die obverse graded MS67 by PCGS sold for $24,000 in a private collector sale. Another example with a more extreme doubling and higher grade hit over $80,000 at a major coin auction. And the crown jewel, a rare specimen with multiple striking errors, pristine condition, and high certification, was sold for an astonishing $867,000. These aren't myths. These are documented sales in the coin collecting community. If someone like you finds one, it could mean a major financial windfall. So, could you get lucky? Absolutely. The best part is, anyone can find a valuable coin like this. You don't need a coin shop or a museum. You just need to check your change. Look through old penny jars, ask your friends or family to keep an eye out, and be patient. One good find can change everything. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We regularly cover rare coins, valuable pennies, and coin collecting tips that could help you discover hidden treasures in your own home. And remember, next time you see a 2016 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, don't spend it. Inspect it. You could be holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Have you ever reached into your pocket, pulled out a handful of loose change, and thought nothing of it? What if I told you that one of those pennies, yes, just a simple 1-cent coin, could be worth up to $867,000 today? That's not a typo. This is the true story of a rare 1973 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, and it could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone like you to discover it. In this video, we're going to dive deep into why this penny is so valuable, how to tell if you have the real deal, and how something that once cost just 1 cent might just change your life. So, sit back, relax, and let's take a journey through history, mystery, and potential fortune. To understand the value of the 1973 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, we need to go back a bit in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it replaced the Indian head cent designed by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln penny has become one of the most iconic coins in American history. Now, by 1973, the penny had been circulating for over 6 decades. Most pennies minted in that year came from the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints. The Philadelphia mint coins typically did not have a mint mark, while coins from Denver have a small d and those from San Francisco have an s. So, if Philadelphia pennies had no mint mark, what's so special about the 1973 no mint mark penny? That's where things get interesting. First, let's start with the basics. You'll need to look closely at your 1973 Lincoln penny. Here's what to check: date. It must clearly say 1973 on the front, right under Lincoln's profile. Mint mark. There should be no mint mark under the date. If you see a D or an S, it's not the one we're looking for. Condition. Examine the coin's surface. Are there any odd markings, misstrikes, or doubling of letters? These can make a big difference. Edge. Like all pennies, the edge should be smooth, not reeded. Weight. A genuine 1973 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams if made of the original bronze alloy. Use a precise digital scale to measure it. Material. Most pennies from 1973 were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. A few extremely rare versions have striking errors or were accidentally made on different planchets, or coin blanks. One particularly valuable 1973 penny was struck on an aluminum planchet, which was never intended for circulation. That's one of the coins that hit the news for being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about why this coin is so special. In most cases, 1973 pennies from the Philadelphia Mint are common and worth just a cent. But in extremely rare cases, coins from this year were struck using experimental materials, or had minting errors such as being struck on the wrong type of metal blank, or having doubling in the text or numbers. Some examples have been found with highly unusual characteristics, such as being struck on aluminum, nickel, or silver blanks meant for other denominations. These types of mint errors are extremely rare and almost never make it into circulation. When they do, collectors are willing to pay a premium. In 2014, a rare 1973 penny believed to have been struck on an aluminum planchet was valued by collectors and auction houses at up to $250,000. But that's not all. In a private sale, a near-perfect condition error coin from the same year fetched an estimated $867,000 due to its combination of rarity, historical significance, and minting anomaly. Let's break down the market value for a 1973 no mint mark penny based on condition. Worn condition. Heavily circulated, typically worth only face value unless it has a mint error. Circulated but good condition, might be worth a few cents to a few dollars if it shows doubling or a small error. Uncirculated condition can be valued from $10 to $300, depending on the coin's luster, sharpness, and whether it has any errors. A certified error coin, if graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC and found to be an error coin, the value can range from $1,000 to over $100,000. Extremely rare planchet errors, these can reach auction prices of $250,000 and higher. One such 1973 error penny is known to have sold for around $867,000 in a private collector's deal. Let's look at some real-world examples. In 2019, a 1973 penny graded MS67 red by PCGS with minor doubling sold at auction for over $3,000. Another 1973 penny with a unique planchet error, possibly aluminum, was pulled from auction due to legal disputes, but experts estimate it would have sold for over $250,000. Private collectors have reportedly paid upwards of $800,000 for coins with verified minting anomalies. These numbers may sound unbelievable, but they are very real. Coins like these are the holy grail for collectors. So, what does all this mean for you? It means that treasure might be sitting in your coin jar, your desk drawer, or even the bottom of your purse. Every time you get change at the store or find coins around the house, you have a chance, no matter how small, that you might be holding one of these incredibly valuable pennies. All it takes is a keen eye, a little knowledge, and a bit of luck. Before you spend another penny, take a closer look. Check the date. Check for a mint mark. Weigh it if you can. If you think you found something special, take it to a certified coin dealer or submit it for grading. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos on rare coins, valuable pennies, coin collecting tips, and how to spot hidden treasures in your own home. Also, leave a comment if you've ever found an unusual coin, or if you have questions about coins you've saved over the years. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes, the smallest coin can bring the biggest surprise. Have you ever wondered if that penny in your change jar could be worth a small fortune? Well, today, we're going to talk about a coin that might just surprise you, the 1978 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. A simple 1-cent coin that, in rare cases, could be worth up to $867,000. That's right. Just one penny. So sit back, grab your reading glasses, and let's take a journey into one of the most fascinating stories in American coin collecting. First, a bit of history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and since then, it's become one of the most collected coins in the world. The 1978 Lincoln cent might seem ordinary at first glance. It features the familiar profile of President Lincoln on the front, or obverse side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, but not all 1978 pennies are created equal. And some, as we'll explore today, are turning heads in the coin collecting world. So what makes the 1978 no-mint mark penny so special? To understand that, let's talk about mint marks. In the United States, coins are produced at different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. These coins are usually marked with a small letter. A D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and so on. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically had no mint mark until the 1980s, though there are exceptions. Most 1978 pennies were made in Philadelphia, and yes, those coins normally do not carry a mint mark. But here's where it gets interesting. Some collectors have found 1978 pennies with no mint mark that feature unusual characteristics, errors, rare metal composition, or minting flaws that make them incredibly valuable. Let's talk about how to identify a potentially valuable 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Start by checking the date. It should clearly read 1978. Then, look just beneath the year. If you see no mint mark at all, that's normal for a Philadelphia coin. But the condition of the coin, and certain rare errors, are what can drive the value way up. Here are some key details to look for. A weight: a genuine 1978 penny should weigh around 3.11 grams. Use a digital scale if you have 1. Material: most 1978 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Error types: look for doubling in the lettering or date, called a double die. Also, off-center strikes or coins struck on the wrong metal planchet can make a huge difference. Condition: a coin that has never been circulated, known as uncirculated, will naturally be worth much more than a heavily worn one. Now let's talk about value. A worn 1978 no mint mark penny, one that's seen years of use, might still only be worth face value, 1 cent. However, if that same coin has a rare minting error or is in pristine, uncirculated condition, things change dramatically. Here's a quick breakdown. A circulated condition, typically worth between 1 cent and $1. Uncirculated condition, can be worth between $10 and $50. Certified, rare error coin, these are the golden tickets. Some have sold at auction for tens of thousands, and in a few stunning cases, certain examples have reached up to $867,000, usually due to rare metal composition or exceptional minting errors. That's right. One small, copper-colored coin, nearly $1 million. Don't just take our word for it. In recent years, certified error 1978 pennies have gone to auction and brought in jaw-dropping prices. Collectors and investors alike are watching these coins closely, and the market shows no sign of slowing down. As interest in rare US coins grows, so does the potential for finding one of these hidden treasures in your own home. So, how can you turn this knowledge into an opportunity? Start by going through your loose change, coin jars, old piggy banks, and inherited coin collections. Look carefully at every penny from 1978. No mint mark? Good. In great shape? Even better. Spot any oddities like doubling, misalignment, or unusual coloration? That could be your big break, and remember, if you find something that looks special, consider having it evaluated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in certification could turn your penny into a life-changing payday. Who would have thought a single penny could be worth so much? The 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a shining example of why coin collecting is so rewarding and sometimes incredibly profitable. You don't need a treasure map to strike gold. Sometimes, it's just a matter of taking a closer look at the coins in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare pennies, valuable coins, and coin collecting tips, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss a hidden treasure. And before you go, take one last look at your spare change. You might be holding something worth far more than a cent. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Have you ever handed someone a penny and thought it might just be worth more than 1 cent? What if I told you there's a 1979 Lincoln penny with a little d under the date that could be worth as much as $867,000? Yes, you heard that right. One tiny coin, smaller than your thumb, could be hiding in your change jar or old coin purse, and it might be worth nearly $1 million. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1979 D Lincoln cent, why it's turning heads in the coin collecting world, how to identify it, and how you could get rich if you find one. So, sit back, relax, and let's uncover the secrets of this truly rare and valuable coin. Let's go back in time for a moment. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of a symbolic image like Liberty. Over the years, the design has seen changes, but Lincoln's portrait remained constant, a symbol of American values, strength, and unity. In 1979, the United States Mint continued producing the familiar Lincoln penny made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the same composition used since 1962. These coins were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark under the year stands for Denver, where many of these coins were struck. At the time, the penny was just another common coin. Nobody could have guessed that some of these 1979 D pennies would one day be considered extremely valuable. And now let's talk about how to spot a genuine 1979 D Lincoln penny that could be worth a fortune. First, look at the front of the coin, also called the obverse. You'll see Abraham Lincoln's profile facing right. Underneath the year 1979, there should be a small letter D. That's the mint mark for the Denver Mint. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial and the words United States of America and 1 cent. That's standard for pennies minted between 1959 and 2008. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 1979 D pennies are valuable. Only certain ones, those with very specific errors, pristine conditions, or unusual features, are worth big money. Let's go over the exact specifications of this coin so you know what to look for. A year, 1979 mint mark, D metal composition, 95% copper, 5% zinc weight, 3.11 grams diameter, 19 millimeters design, Lincoln on the obverse, Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, what makes a coin valuable is not just the date and mint mark. It's also the condition, rarity, and most importantly, errors. So what kind of errors should you be looking for on a 1979 D penny? Double die errors. These occur when the coin is struck twice with misaligned dies, resulting in doubling of the letters or numbers, particularly in Liberty or the date. Off-center strikes. If the design is not perfectly centered and part of the coin is blank, it may be considered a mint error. Repunched mint marks. Sometimes, the D was punched more than once, creating a doubling effect. Die cracks or cuds. These are raised lines or blobs where the die used to strike the coin had damaged. Coins with these kinds of features are not only rare but highly sought after by collectors. The fewer that exist in circulation, the higher the value. Now, let's talk money. The average 1979 D penny in circulated condition, that's a coin that's been used and handled, is typically worth just face value. Maybe a few cents to collectors, but if your 1979 D penny is in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks brand new and has never been used, it could fetch anywhere from $5 to $50. Certified coins, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, are a whole different story. If the coin is in near-perfect condition, say, a mint state 67 or higher, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And then there's the holy grail, coins with major minting errors, in pristine condition, authenticated and graded, have sold at auctions for jaw-dropping amounts. In one reported case, a rare error 1979 D penny sold for over $867,000 at a private auction. Yes, a penny that was just sitting in someone's collection for years ended up changing their life. So, what should you do if you think you found a valuable 1979 D penny? First, don't spend it. Handle it carefully, ideally with gloves or soft cloth. Store it in a plastic coin holder to avoid scratches. Next, take it to a local coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service. It might cost a small fee, but if the coin is genuine and rare, it's worth it. You can also compare your coin to certified examples online from auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. Remember, people throw change in drawers, jars, and old containers. You could have a fortune sitting in your house right now and not even know it. So there you have it, the story of the 1979 D Lincoln penny that could be worth $867,000. This coin is a perfect example of how something so small and ordinary could turn out to be extraordinary. It's a reminder that sometimes, luck is already in your hands, you just need to know what to look for. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, valuable pennies, and hidden treasures in your pocket change, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, and most importantly, go check your change. That little brown coin might just be your ticket to financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Rare Coin Collectors. Have you ever wondered if there's treasure hiding in your pocket change? What if I told you that a simple 1-cent coin from 1981, a penny you might overlook, could be worth as much as $867,000? That's right. A single Lincoln penny, minted in 1981, has stunned collectors with its value in the coin market. If you're over 65, retired, or just enjoy the thrill of a good hunt, this video is especially for you. Stay with me, because this could be the most important penny you ever learn about. Part 1, the history of the 1981 Lincoln penny. Let's start with the story behind this coin. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, has been one of the most iconic coins in American history. The design we still use today, with Lincoln's portrait on the front, was created by Victor David Brenner. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and what better person than our 16th president. Now, fast forward to 1981. This was the final full year the Lincoln cent was made from a mostly copper composition. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the material to a cheaper zinc core with only a thin copper coating. But in 1981, every penny was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making these coins a bit more special to collectors. But one version of the 1981 penny stands out from the rest, the 1981 Lincoln cent with a rare mint mark and unique die characteristics. It's the one we'll talk about today. Part 2. How to identify a genuine 1981 rare PNNY. So how can you tell if you have the valuable version of the 1981 Lincoln penny? Here are the things to look for. A mint mark. The rare version is typically associated with the Denver Mint, which uses a small d under the date. But beware, not all 1981 D pennies are valuable. The key is in the die variety. Some rare 1981 pennies show a clear double die obverse, where the lettering, especially the words Liberty and In God We Trust, appear slightly doubled. Condition. You'll want a coin in mint state or uncirculated condition. That means no scratches, clean surfaces, and a strong shine. Weight. A genuine 1981 penny made of copper weighs about 3.11 grams. If your coin is lighter, it might be a zinc-based penny, which was more common after 1982. Color and tone. Because of the high copper content, the coin should have a warm, reddish-brown tone. Over time, some coins may darken, but many still hold that classic coppery glow. Die errors and strikes. Some of the most valuable 1981 pennies show die clashes, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet errors, where the coin was accidentally struck on a blank meant for a different denomination. Part 3, why this coin is so rare and valuable. So what makes this coin worth up to $867,000? It comes down to rarity and demand. The specific error variety, such as the double die or wrong planchet, was not meant to be released to the public. Only a handful of these coins have been discovered, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to own one. Think of it like a misprinted baseball card or a rare first edition book. When only a few exist in the world, their value skyrockets. Also, as more collectors enter the market, especially from online platforms like eBay and major auction houses, prices continue to rise. A coin that sold for $10,000 a decade ago might now fetch hundreds of thousands. Part 4 Market Value BREAKDOWN. Let's talk real numbers. Here's what the market looks like for a 1981 Lincoln penny in various conditions. Worn condition, typically worth face value, unless it shows an error, then maybe up to $100. Circulated but in good condition, could range from $1 to $500 depending on error variety. Uncirculated without error, generally worth $5 to $50, unless it has a strong strike or other appealing features. Mint state with error or rare variety, anywhere from $5,000 to $100,000. Certified and verified error penny, high-grade double die or wrong planchet, could be worth $867,000 or more, depending on its condition and how many are known to exist. One example includes a 1981 D Lincoln cent struck on a copper planchet meant for a foreign coin. This rare error was sold at auction for over $800,000. Shocking. Even veteran collectors. To give you an idea of what people are really paying, a 1981 D Lincoln penny graded MS67 read by PCGS, with a minor die error, sold for over $6,000 in a heritage auction. Another 1981 Lincoln cent with a major off-metal error, struck on a dime planchet, fetched $42,300. And yes, the one rare 1981 Lincoln penny with a significant mint error, a wrong planchet, perfect strike, and top grade, was privately sold for an estimated $867,000 to a well-known collector. Could this penny make you rich? So, is it possible to get rich from a single penny? The answer is yes, if you find the right one. Most people would never notice these tiny details, but you now have the knowledge. Take a magnifying glass and check your old coins, your change jar, your wallet. Look for the 1981 date, the mint mark, and signs of doubling or error. You just might be holding a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare pennies, valuable coins, and hidden treasures in your change, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, and don't forget, check your change. That 1-cent coin sitting in your drawer might just be worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. Welcome back to the channel, where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures you might just have in your pocket right now. Today, we're talking about one small coin that could change your life. Imagine this. You're going through your old jar of pennies, and suddenly you come across a simple-looking 1990 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. It looks ordinary, but what if I told you that coin could be worth over $867,000? Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth more than most people's homes. This is the story of the 1990 no mint mark Lincoln penny, how it came to be, why it's worth a fortune, and how you can tell if you have one. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's take a slow and steady journey into the world of coin collecting. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to go back to 1990, a time when coin collecting was gaining momentum and the United States Mint was making subtle changes behind the scenes. The Lincoln penny, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, has been in circulation since 1909. That year marked Lincoln's 100th birthday, and it was the first time a U.S. president appeared on a circulating coin. Fast forward to 1990. The U.S. Mint was producing pennies at several locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, pennies made in Philadelphia carry no mint mark. But in 1990, proof coins, which are special, high-quality coins made primarily for collectors, were supposed to have a small S mark for San Francisco. That's where things went wrong. By mistake, a small number of proof pennies were minted in San Francisco without the S mint mark. These coins were supposed to be flawless collector items, but because of the missing mint mark, they became something else entirely, incredibly rare and valuable. So, how can you tell if your penny is one of these rare coins? Here are the key things to look for. A date. The coin must say 1990 on the front. A mint mark. There should be no mint mark under the year. No S, no D, no letter at all. A proof quality. These rare coins are not ordinary circulated pennies. They are proof coins, which means they have a shiny, mirror-like surface and very sharp details. Lincoln's image. On a proof coin, Lincoln's image should appear raised and very detailed, almost like a small sculpture or rim. The edge of the coin should be sharp and square, not worn or rounded. Finish. A true proof coin has a deep, Glossy finish with clear contrast between the flat background and raised design. If your 1990 penny matches all these characteristics and has no mint mark, you might be holding one of the rarest coins in modern history. Key details about the coin. Let's go over the technical details of this coin to help you further await. 2.5 grams material, mostly zinc with a thin copper coating diameter, 19 mm design, Abraham Lincoln on the front, Lincoln Memorial on the back. Mint location should have been San Francisco, but has no S mint mark. Remember, only the proof version without a mint mark is valuable. A regular 1990 penny without a mint mark that has been circulated is not rare. The 1990 no mint mark Lincoln proof penny is rare because it was never meant to exist. Only a few slipped past quality control at the US Mint and were accidentally released to collectors. These coins were supposed to have an S mint mark, but due to a production error, some were missing it entirely. This kind of mistake is incredibly uncommon for proof coins, which are carefully inspected before being packaged and sold. That's why collectors go wild when one of these error coins shows up. It's a once-in-a-generation kind of find. Let's talk about money. Here's how much this coin can be worth depending on its condition: a circulated or worn condition. If it's a circulated coin with no proof features, it's worth just 1 cent. Proof condition but damaged. If you have a proof coin missing the mint mark but it's scratched or handled, it could be worth a few $1,000s. Uncirculated proof condition. If it's in perfect shape, untouched and preserved, it can sell for over $20,000. Certified proof condition by grading services. If your coin is verified and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, and confirmed to be authentic, it could sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, one certified 1990 NOS Lincoln proof penny sold at auction for a staggering $867,000. Yes, nearly $900,000 for a single penny. Here are just a few examples of what this coin has sold for. In 2007, a PCGS graded 1990 NOS Lincoln proof penny sold at auction for $77,000. In 2018, another example, graded PR69 deep Cameo, sold for over $85,000. In a private collector sale, a nearly perfect specimen changed hands for an unbelievable $867,000. These aren't rumors or myths. These are real, confirmed sales recorded by major auction houses and grading services. So, what does this mean for you? It means that somewhere out there, maybe even in your own home, there could be a tiny, forgotten coin worth a fortune. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little knowledge, and a bit of luck. You don't have to be a professional collector to find one. These coins have turned up in old collections, forgotten boxes, and even loose change. If you come across a shiny 1990 penny with no mint mark and proof-like features, don't spend it. Get it looked at by a professional grading service. That penny could be your ticket to retirement, a new home, or the vacation of your dreams. So, now it's your turn. Check your change, go through your old coin jars, and take a look at those 1990 pennies. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare pennies, coin collecting, and valuable coins hiding in plain sight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got more incredible stories, expert tips, and coin treasure hunts coming your way. Thanks for watching, and may your next penny be the lucky one. Stay curious, and keep checking the change. Popular search terms used in script: 1990 no mint mark penny, rare pennies, valuable coins, Lincoln penny error, coin collecting, rare Lincoln cents, coins worth money, 1990 penny value, NOS mint mark penny, proof coin errors.